Meet the entry-level Nomos, the Club Campus Absolute Grey. Let me start off by saying that this is a great watch. It's very well built, it's nice and slim, it looks decent and has an in-house movement, all for $1,500 US. But it has one major problem stopping me from keeping it. Now this is a 36mm watch that's only 8.2mm thin, so it's pleasantly compact. The stainless steel case is polished throughout and finished very well, surprisingly well for a watch in this price segment. The lug width is 18mm, which makes it just a little harder to find straps. A 20mm lug width would have given us more options, but I guess the narrower lug width suits their design language better. I don't know, it's not such a big deal to me. Now prior to having this watch, all the content I saw online gave me the impression that the dial was dull and boring. It's grey for God's sake. How interesting can it be? But having the watch in hand reveals the finer details. The timepiece looks great, with the grey being more vibrant in person than in the photos. The watch has a California dial, which means that the face is split between Hindu Arabic and Roman numerals. These white numerals are bordered by a sliver of pink, which gives them just a little more punch than plain white numerals. The hands are filled with superluminova, which isn't the best lume I've seen, but it's certainly usable. The orange seconds hand provides a nice contrast and is very legible against the grey dial. So while the dial doesn't really pop, it's more interesting than I was expecting, and it's certainly not boring. By default, you get a plain grey leather strap with the watch, which perfectly complements the dial and continues the mostly monochromatic theme. However, Nomos does give you an option to get the watch on a metal bracelet for a couple of hundred more. Now I don't have anything to say about the strap really. It's simple and functional, pretty comfortable, but nothing out of the ordinary. The watch has a closed case back, which only displays the model name, reference, and 10 atmosphere or 100 meters of water resistance. Having 100 meters of water resistance on a watch this slim is impressive. This can very well be a great Garda watch. Even the crown is decently sized and works well. No complaints there. Overall, everything about the case and build feels crisp and well finished. If you've only seen this watch in photos or videos, do check it out in person. The high build quality is really evident. I remember being impressed by the watch the moment I unboxed it. Nomos really do know how to make good watches. On the inside, this watch is powered by Nomos' in-house Alpha caliber. This manually wound movement is extensively used in Nomos watches. In fact, this is Nomos' most widely used movement. Moreover, it's tested across 6 positions for accuracy, which is more than the cost requirement, so you know it's going to be robust and reliable. In terms of performance, the movement works well with a power reserve of about 43 hours and an observed deviation of plus or minus 5 seconds a day. It even features hacking seconds. So this is a nifty little movement. Remember, this is a sub $2,000 watch, so I'm very satisfied with its performance. All in all, the Club Campus is a great choice for someone looking for a more understated yet fun watch. So far I've only said good things about the watch, so is there anything actually wrong with it? Have a look at this. This is a 36mm watch. This is also a 36mm watch. And even this is a 36mm watch. Do you see the problem? If it's not evident on video, it's the size of the lugs on the Nomos. This 36mm Nomos measures 47.7mm from lug to lug. This means that the lugs on the watch are almost 12mm long combined. Basically, they make up over 30% of the watch's vertical dimensions. Massive. For reference, this Baltic measures 43.7mm from lug to lug, while the Rolex Datejust measures 44.5mm. Hell, even a 41mm Datejust measures 2mm shorter than the Nomos. I can comfortably wear up to a 40mm watch on my 6-inch wrist in most cases. When the lugs are smaller, I can even wear a larger diameter watch like this 41mm Hermes Arceau. However, the Nomos lugs make even a 36mm watch look large. As you can see, the lugs go almost to the ends of my wrist. Leaving aesthetics aside, the overly long lugs make the watch unbalanced on my wrist. So much so that the wearing experience is a bit uncomfortable for me. I'm probably overthinking this, but I just can't shake off the feeling that the watch is unbalanced on my wrist. On Nomos' website, they say that this 36mm watch suits slender wrists best. As an official member of the Slender Wrist Committee, let me tell you, it doesn't suit my wrist. You need to have at least a 6.5-inch wrist to wear this watch comfortably, and that's an average size wrist. If this watch had slightly smaller lugs, it would have worn much better. I know Nomos is notorious for their long lugs, and I want to ask them why. What's the need of including lugs that look like miniature daggers? How does it serve any function? Had these lugs been smaller, more people could have enjoyed these watches. Even differently shaped lugs would have worked better. Look at this 37mm Club Sport Neomatic from Nomos. Although it has long lugs too, they gently arc over my wrist and I don't find them uncomfortable. In fact, I really love the feel of this watch on my wrist. I'm making a video about it and I'll publish it soon, so subscribe to see that. Coming back to the Club Campus, this is a solid watch with decent specs and an attractive price point. But those damned lugs, they just keep me from enjoying the watch. And at $1,500, this does matter to me. I can't afford to spend this much money for a watch I'm not fully on board with. I understand that this is a very personal problem and the lugs may not be an issue for others. If you have larger wrists, I think this will be less of a problem to you. But with my 6-inch wrist, this watch just doesn't work. If you're considering buying a Nomos, I would highly recommend trying it in person first to get a feel of it on your wrist. Anyway, what do you think of the Nomos lug situation? Do you agree with me or do you think I'm completely wrong? It's okay, we can disagree and still be friends. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's have a discussion in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching. Peace.